Hey there guys, PC Guy here, and as I promised a few times already, it's time to give you a small intro to our new set back there that we put together not so long ago, and kind of show you what we have planned for there, and a few improvements that we already are working on. You guys might have noticed that I missed an upload or two last week, and another this week. Apologies for that. Didn't really have much to put on, and well, it's just been one of those weeks that you're just
Shoot me in the face! In the face! Do it! Shoot me in the face! Bullets in the face! Want him!
That said, the channel's not really gonna grow much if we don't actually do something about it. So yeah, that's gonna be our motivation to do more and better. That hunger to grow will be the factor driving us forward. So with that said, let's start with the intro of the stuff that we have there. It's a pretty basic, well, you know, like holes, boxes, whatever you want to call those types of closets. I'm not really in the furniture business, so I wouldn't know. And it's mostly empty, as you can see right now. Hopefully that will fill up in the future as we grow and get more hardware and interesting toys to play with. It's not going to be all tech, there's always going to be some personal touches there. And I only have 2 or 3 personal items there so far, and the rest is mostly tech and stuff that I just happen to have lying around. So in terms of shape and size and stuff, it's pretty standard, what you usually see in a lot of channels and stuff. And it's a bit too far from the camera, to be honest. It would look bigger if the camera was closer and if I was closer to it as well. As you can see, if I stand a bit further back, closer against the closet, let's call it, with the camera closer, you're going to have a different angle than you are right now. With a tiny big ass closet in the back and me here basically covering the entire thing other than the corners and the top. So that's something that I kind of hope to change when I get the dedicated camera, or alternatively the webcam that I have stuck there on a mounted arm here, that it can stand at the front of the desk and I can then stand behind to record. That's definitely also an option, but that's something that we'll explore sometime later. As far as what I have there right now, well, let's just start at one corner. I have my Maximus 11 Hero box there just for the sake of, well, gives it a bit more of a tech look if there is tech stuff and boxes and such there. I have, this is difficult, the mirror thing, mind you. I have my decorative Witcher medallion, School of the Wolf, that is. The game version, you know, the popping out one, not the book version, which I know it's flat and it doesn't look the same. This one looks cooler though, and it's from the official Witcher store, so it's not some cheap knockoff either. And I'm supporting CD Projekt Red by getting one of those. Next up, we have this high performance cooler for, I believe it was an FX 6300. Heatsink, fan, etc. I don't think this is even 8 centimeters. I think this is a 6.5 or something. So you guys want to try pulling a 10900K with this and see how that goes? That would make for some interesting testing. Anyway, moving on. We have i5 9600K box, which is empty. It's the one, the CPU on the wife's PC. Since mine was a tray version, didn't come with a box, this will have to do for decoration purposes. And last and not least, on the more personal touch, one of my favorite authors, H.P. Lovecraft. If you guys are not familiar with that and are into the whole cosmic horror thing, this is definitely a good starting point. It's 2020, so I'm pretty sure someone's gonna bring that up in the comments if this video gets any traction. Learn to separate the person from their work. So that's all I'm gonna say on the matter. It's still a great author, and these are great short stories. This version, the Necronomicon, has all the good stuff in there: Call of Cthulhu, Mountains of Madness, Color Out of Space, Shadow over Innsmouth, all that stuff. This one has it all, so definitely a good pick, and I would definitely recommend. Now, there are a few more touches that I kind of want to put there, but are still a work in progress. First of all, we have the motherboard that goes with that processor. This is an MSI GA, whatever it is, motherboard. The motherboard's most likely dead. It died when we moved houses, I'm pretty sure. I don't actually have spare hardware to troubleshoot and make sure what is not working, so it's either the CPU or the motherboard and the ham. You know, toss a coin. I cannot troubleshoot it because I don't have spare hardware. This is an AM3, and I'm definitely not going to buy a spare AM3 just for the sake of curiosity. In any case, I need something to kind of like hold it up straight on the shelf, so I'm going to be working on finding something like that. Same goes for the CPU. It would also make a decent display piece, I guess, even though it's not exactly high-end recent stuff. You know, when it's on the shelf, who cares? It's just for the atmosphere, I suppose. So we're going to be working on some way to actually display this on the shelf back there, just for the sake of, you know, it's a tech channel. Now, if there's something you might have noticed is that, as per usual, the lighting is pretty poor on the shelf. The light is coming from above or from the side, and the shelves themselves are pretty damn dark. That's always been the problem. But, well, to kind of remedy that and also give it a better looking vibe, I got myself one of these. These are addressable RGB, remote control and all that stuff. So I'm going to be doing a small project, trying to put them on, you know, probably something like this. So at the top of the shelf, if you guys, well, the mic is standing here, I can't quite talk while I'm there. Now my only worry is on the top shelf, mirroring is difficult. On the top shelf, you can kind of see it directly because it's high above the plane of the camera. So I'm kind of worried if that is going to look bad or not on video. We'll have to try it and see. Otherwise, I might light the top shelf from the bottom instead, as opposed to from the front, from the top. Now, the alternative to that, which will look less good because you want the light on the stuff that's on the shelf, not just on as a backlight. The alternative to that, if nothing else works, is to have the strip following the horizontal plane like this. So basically, like that along the back, so it would hopefully reflect on the wall and have at least some light on the backlight of the shelf, but not really shine on the products themselves. It would be a bit more boring, I guess, but that's the easiest way to do it, although also the worst result. Now let's see how good these actually are and give them a spin. I will do something that you guys should not do, at least not for an extended period of time, which is light it up while it's still partially rolled up, because it heats up quickly, but I'm not going to actually be having it on for a period of time, so that will be fine. So it comes with an on and off button, which is handy, and I'm obviously not going to have it in Christmas tree mode. Let's put it on white for now. And it comes also with dimming and all that nice stuff. So now they're the minimum basically. Yes, they do not have a diffuser, and you can, well, choose colors, etc. So there will be some variation if I want to change the background up a little bit. In terms of how they will look back there, let's just take a small check. Just holding it like this, how is it going to look on the shelves themselves? It's obviously a lot more difficult than I thought to actually show you guys because I'm in the way and the strips aren't fixated, and you have all the other lights that are just hanging down casting light, so hard to really tell, but at least the box was visible instead of being the dark blob that you just see there in the back. So obviously that's going to look a lot different when the strip's actually in place, and we'll have to kind of fiddle with that. I'm just waiting on some of the connectors to still arrive that I ordered, and I should be able to get that in place and improve that a little bit for you guys. As always, it was an extremely graceful recording of trying to look how it would look in practice, and yeah, that's one of the things that I hope we can get better in the future. So that said, that was most of what I want to show you guys today. I actually installed the Fentex strip that I reviewed the other day on my case, but I'll show that some other time because it's extremely difficult to capture right now. And yeah, that makes for another nice video some other day, I suppose. So yeah, stay tuned to see how it looks in the future, hopefully better than it did today on the preview. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, and you will be able to see the evolution of the channel and our mixed, successful, let's say, attempts at improving the stuff and how it goes around here. So stay tuned, hit the subscribe button, and watch how a small channel can grow and improve over time. So yeah, stick around, stay in touch, and we'll make you proud one day. Have fun in the meantime.